I'm Yukiman, and let's get down to business. Today I want to bring you my Contagion Essence Drain character. It's really gonna be a short build showcase. We'll see how short a short build showcase is. But we're gonna start off with the links. We're gonna then go to the defensives. We're then gonna move on right away to the passive tree, and then some rewarding. No, as a reward, we're gonna get some gameplay for you. Start off real quick. In the weapon, we have our Contagion setup. It's super simple. It's Contagion together with increased area of effect and faster casting. We don't really need anything else because Contagion doesn't deal a lot of damage by itself. You can look at this right here. It only deals 1000 chaos damage per second. It is nothing compared to our Contagion setup, which deals 11,000 chaos damage per second. And Contagion is... sorry, it's Essence Drain. Essence Drain deal 11,000 damage per second. And it's linked to faster casting, void manipulation, rapid decay, and control destruction. These three links makes a lot of sense because it's just more damage, more damage, more damage. But then faster casting, people might be like, what face? Why is faster casting here? Shouldn't you do something else that increases the damage? Well, I probably should. You are probably right, sir. Because faster casting is not gonna be a huge damage boost per se, because it's just gonna increase your tooltip DPS. Basically, it's not gonna do anything with the chaos damage per second, and that's the way we want to scale this. So what you could do, if you feel like it, replace this with I don't know, slower projectiles, or well, an obvious choice would probably be an Empower. But when or if I get a 6th link, I want to add the Empower as my 6th link. And I might get rid of faster casting just to deal all of the DACA ever. We have 3 more setups. For defensive purposes, we are using we're using 3 Blasphemy Auras. We're using Temporal Chains, Enfeeble, and Vulnerability on Mana Reserve. Well, yeah, we use those because they're super awesome for Contagion. Temporal Chains make the debuff last longer. Vulnerability just makes the damage over time deal even more damage over time. Then we have Whirling Blades here together with faster casting and Fortify for mobility and for Fortify, because Fortify is awesome. You know what Fortify does? It's 20% damage reduction, just flat out, which is awesome. In our boots we have Wither, Spell Totem. You only need this to be a 2 link basically, because the other 2 link is cast when damage taken, some Chaos Golem. This is really up to you if you want this. I just got tired of summoning my Golem myself, so I just made a cast when damage taken and have a level 12 Golem. Because that's a level 12 Golem is the first level you grant the 4% additional physical damage reduction instead of just 3. So that's a nice threshold, having a cast when damage taken level 10 and a Golem level 12. Last but not least, for both defensive purposes and offensive purposes, we have a Val Lightning Trap for just getting that shock on the enemies with that 50% increased damage taken. A Val Graze to dodge scary shit. You probably want to keep this up as much as possible, and you probably don't really need Val Lightning Trap all that often except for bosses and really tanky rares. And you can really pair Val Lightning Trap up with the Wither Spell Totem. It's definitely gonna increase your boss killing time. I know. Oh, okay. No, I'm not gonna do that. Fuck that. I should just be on Do Not Disturb, but whatever. We I just want to go through the defensive abilities we have here. We have, as I said before, we have Fortify, 20% physical damage reduction. We have a Golem, that's an additional 4, so we're up to 24. And then we have 4 total endurance charges, and we if I get to higher levels, I'm probably gonna pick up another endurance charge to get 5. But for now we have 4, and that's gonna be an additional 20% physical damage reduction. So we're up to 24 plus 20 is 44, so that's 40% physical damage reduction, together with some block chance. Anybody home? No. Shut up, I'm making a video, okay? Yeah, we got the block chance from our shield, and since we got a Wrathpith globe, it also applies to our spell block. And to amplify that, we have a Rumi's Concoction. We can take a look at our block chance right here. We have, to begin with, 25% chance to block attacks and 14% chance to block spells, and that goes up to, with the Rumis, to 52 and 39. That is not super impressive, but if you add that to the layer of Fortify and the engine charges, we actually get up to quite a bit of damage reduction and chance to not take damage at all. And oh right, we have one last thing. Except for the fact that we have a decently large health pool, we have the infamous Mind Over Matter, Sal's Oath, Eldritch Battery combo. With Mind Over Matter, you basically gain 30% increased health. And yeah, I know it's not 30% increased health, but as long as your energy shield is protecting your mana pool, or as long as you have any mana to spend, that's gonna be 30% damage taken off. That's not gonna be taken off your life, but instead it's gonna be taken off the mana. So yeah, it's an effective health pool of around 7,000, if I recall correctly. I can't do the math right now. Too much shit going on. But while we're at it, we can take a look at the skill tree. Simple pathing. You just go for the chaos damage. Pick up some life on the way. You don't need this. You don't need critical strike chance. You don't need elemental damage. You skip it. Entropy for the damage over time, really nice, and the skill effect duration really helps out as well. Going here to Blood Drinker, get some more life, because life is life. You could pick up Sniper. It's not a bad choice, considering the projectile damage actually double dips with the both the initial hit and the damage over time from Essence Drain. Growth and Decay. This really helps out a lot with keeping our energy shield up when we have Celos Oath, since the life regen applies to the energy shield instead. So instead of regening our life, this is our Mind Over Matter, and our mana pool is regening. And it also gives us damage over time, so this was an obvious choice for me. Getting some more life, Written in Blood, going up to Entropy, sorry, for some more chaos damage, and cast speed, and I don't know, chaos res. It's also nice to have, you know. More life with Heart and Soul, and then we get to the fun stuff, the blast radius, some jewel sockets. You can probably pick up this one as well. You probably should pick up that one as well, because you can get some crazy damage on a jewel. This one is awful. This one is okay. What do you ideally want if you had a 4-stat jewel? It's gonna be life, chaos damage, increased damage over time, and spell damage. So this one is okay. It doesn't have any life. I think I needed dexterity, because we don't get a lot of that. We basically just get that, and is there anything else? No, not really. But yeah, you're probably gonna need some dexterity on your jewels. Continuing up to corruption, grabbing the Whispers of Doom. Quick recovery helps out with the self-south combo. And of course our max life. Some might argue this is not really worth it, but I feel like it's definitely helping out since it's just next to Mind Over Matter. Amplify, more fun stuff. Area of Effect to spread the Contagion debuff and to spread the damage over time. Sanctity, also obvious reason. Get some energy shield, get some life regen. Going down here to life and devotion, and you only need these 2 reservation nodes. I don't think you can do it with just the aura effect and sovereignty. I think you need these 8%. It's not enough with 6%, but it's nice. You don't have to go into an entire cluster, and it's closer than, I don't know. Would this be worth it? No, it's you can't use this. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this is the only cluster you really want to use, because yeah, charisma is kind of far away. But that's it for the skill tree. The leveling was actually really simple. You just have to follow what I just did. You just go through here, up here, pick up the life on the way. Always pick up the life. You can pick up the damage as well. As soon as you get here, you just pick it up early. Go down, more life, get the area of effect, more life. You can probably wait with this. Maybe you don't need these 2 to begin with. You can just take that and that. Go straight to corruption instead. Yeah, I could have done the same here. Just picked up those 2. We can do some respecs later on to get these. These are better than the cast bit of curses. And pick up Whispers of Doom as early as possible. This is also really nice. Then you just pick up all the life, all the energy shield, not all the energy shield, all the area of effect, and you just follow through. What you might want to do is rush the Mind Over Matter, Cell's Oath, and Eldritch Battery a bit. Like when you start in Merciless, you probably want to make sure you have done the travel to all of these nodes, so you can just pick them up right away at the same time. I switched to the Mind Over Matter, Cell's Oath, Eldritch Battery combo around level 65 or something, so keep that in mind. You don't want to do that too early. And to get things started with the energy shield, make sure you have at least, I don't know, 1,000, 500, 600. Because it really can feel weird to have less than that. There's a chance you will lose all of your energy shield if you don't have all the defensive setup, all of the defensive aspects set up right away. I wanted to show you a Necropolis map. Sadly though, I thought I was recording, and I did the entire map with fucking commentary and shit, but it didn't record. So sad face. So instead, we're gonna do with some quality. The most fun area in the game, Dried Lake. We're just gonna stay there, do our stuff. You know, he's gonna show you what the build is capable of. It's pretty, I don't know, it's not button mashy. Well, it actually is. But it's not one skill play, you know. You press one button and it's done. You want to use your Contagion first, then you use Essence Drain, then you want to cast Enduring Cry. If there's a tanky mob, you want to use Wither, and as soon as you have done the Contagion and Essence Drain, you probably want to do Whirling Blades to get your buff up. And it's quite active gameplay, you know. Contagion, Essence Drain, Whirl Blade, cast your Enduring Cry, make sure that those Endurance Charges is always up. Cast it once again. You know, you don't want to stay on the packs too long. Oh, cast, please. And this just feels way better with faster casting instead of having that base cast speed. You can probably invest in some cast speed if you use a wand. Well, you probably don't need a wand. You can use a rare dagger. You don't need to use a Divinarius. It's nice to have though. I mean, if you have a rare dagger, you can actually craft the damage over time Leo thingy, which probably wouldn't be too bad. Here's a tanky rare, red pretty fast, dread pretty fast. Oh, I want to show you that we can tank Vol, like really tank him. And yeah, what I would recommend is keeping Valgrace up as much as possible. Oh, where's my antifreeze? Jeez. Well, lucky me, I'm a mega tank and don't really have to care about anything. I don't know why I picked that up. Don't judge me. My buttons are not working as I wanted to do. Okay, whatever. Yeah, if you're a better mechanical player than I am, you will probably have no issue casting everything at the right order. I know how to do it, it's just that I can't do it. Oh right, we can probably use our Wither Totem, don't forget that. That's gonna help out a lot. Come on, Vol, slam us! Slam us! Okay, he didn't slam. Well, whatever. He didn't deal any damage to us anyway. Oh yeah, I need to show that. Yeah, when you do something like Dried Lake, you probably don't really need Val Grace. You probably want to replace that with Val Haste to make things a lot smoother. And yeah, as I said, to improve the damage of this, to improve the... well, maybe not the survivability, but mainly the damage, to min-max this, you want to get your 6 link, you want to get an Empower, and yeah, like focus a lot on getting some decent health on your gear, and also combine it with energy shield and evasion. Like, I can show you my jewelry. Nice aim, bro. Nice aim, bro. Okay, my jewelry, real quick. It's kind of awful. You're gonna laugh at me. But we have a amethyst ring with dexterity, life, and energy shield. The mana we don't care about, the light radius we don't care about, the accuracy we don't fucking care about. We just need the dexterity, the chaos rest is nice. We have Doge's Downing to add additional curse. In the best case scenario, we actually get the additional curse on our amulet instead. A corrupted amulet, and we can replace this ring with something with life on and more resistances. And if we do that and get some more resistances on this, we can probably replace these boots with a pair of Atziri Step to get that additional dodge chance and a bit more movement speed, but a bit less life. This gold amulet could be a lot better, could have a life on it. The resistances are of course fucking awesome. Yeah, as you can see, I focus mainly on getting some decent energy shield and evasion rating on my gear. The boots are kind of crap. 44 energy shield. Yeah, that's basically it for the gear and for the gameplay itself. You know, cast Endurance Cry as often as possible to keep those endurance charges up and to regen the shield. It's really helpful. For the flasks, I would recommend at least having one sapping Eternal Flask. it doesn't have to be of staunching, but I usually have staunching on my life flasks, so that's why I use that. Arumi's is very, 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 very helpful. Yeah, probably a perpetual Quicksilver Flask of Heat is gonna be your ideal flask if you don't want to use double movement speed, of course, and get that anti-freeze on, for instance, your instant flask. This flask, I don't know why I really have it. You can replace this with a resistance flask of your choice, depending on what type of content you do. I usually just need 2 life flasks and the roomies. The Quicksilver is not necessary, considering we have Whirling Blades, but it's a nice addition for sure. When there's like really narrow hallways and you feel like I don't want to desync, let's just run instead. Other than that, I think we're pretty much done. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment about that. Or if you think there's ways I could improve this build further, make it a bit more safe, maybe have other ideas of how to increase the damage other than getting that 6 link and using an Empower. And yeah, this build has not really been just my build. I feel like I've been inspired a lot by watching streamers, mainly Manor Cookie. I watched how he made his builds. I really love what he did to his Contagion Essence Drain character, but he didn't use. I mean, I'm gonna say I'm inspired because I really didn't think of the Wrath Pith. I really did not think of using a Divinarius for the movement speed, but when I saw him do that in Dragon Lake, oh my god, it was so good. So I probably wouldn't have picked these up. Maybe the Wrath Pith sooner or later, but probably not the Divinarius. I would probably just have stick to a basic rare with some spell damage and some cast speed. But yeah, the Divinarius feels really good. If you want to check out what I do else in Path of Exile, I would recommend check out my stream. It's on twitch.tv/Yukiman. We're gonna do some crazy shit with a horse head and a zebra dick.